Hey, what's going on, everyone? What I have here is a 2017 GE dishwasher that I just fixed. So the problem that I had was when I pressed start, it would give me 3 beeps and it would not start the machine. In the beginning, I installed this socket with switch to make it easier for me to turn off and on the machine instead of running outside, go to the control panel, and then turning off the breaker. So with this, I was able to turn off by pressing start. It would disengage or disable the beeping. So I would press off right onto that switch, and then after about 10 seconds, I would turn it back on. By doing that at the beginning, by doing that a couple of times, I was able to reset the machine. But after about a few years later, it becomes progressively more problematic. Last month, I was trying for like about almost an hour trying to reset the machine, and I guess the control board finally failed. So I purchased one from Amazon. In the first one that I purchased, it was actually about it was missing about a third of these pins right over here. So you're gonna have to make sure that your control board is actually the same as what you are ordering. But I returned the other one and got the correct part. So this is the old one, and the new one is already installed. Now, I don't have any understanding of how the control board works here, and from visual inspection, I don't see anything wrong with it. If I do have an understanding of how all these work, it's probably like one of these just failed, and all we have to do is probably buy like a $2 to $3 part and solder back on. But I have no idea of how these work, so this one is going to the recycling bin. Anyway, the new control board is installed, and I already did a test run on this. I thought from the beginning, I thought it was the switch, the door switch, which is located right here. I didn't know how to test it, so I just purchased a new one, which is what paid like $12 for it. And it was easy installing it. It only being held by a couple of screws right here by pulling this out. But after I purchased the switch, and then I was able to test the old one with a multimeter and found out that it wasn't the switch. So that I made a conclusion that it is the control board that failed. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I already did a test run on this. I did a full cycle and it works perfectly. So I'm gonna hit start right here, and just to show you guys that this machine is actually fixed. 3, 2, 1. As you can hear, the water is going right now. So I'm just gonna cancel this. So by pressing start for a few seconds, and then the machine is now emptying the water from the machine. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, just drop a comment below, and I hope this helps somebody out there because this machine actually cost about $700 now. This control board, I paid about $100 and some change. So I hope it would last another, I don't know, 8 years. Before you'll be able to pull the machine out, there are 2 brackets located on the side of the machine. On my machine is located right over here. I already removed the screws, but one is located right here. And on the other side, there's another one right there. After you remove the screws, then you'll be able to pull the machine out. Be careful pulling the machine out because some of the wires or hoses that the installer installed may not be long enough. In my case, I was just able to pull the machine out just barely where I could remove the switch, and that's it. If you start yanking on it, you might damage something in the back, so be very careful not to pull too much, put too much force pulling the machine out. Okay, so to remove the switch, you're gonna need a screwdriver. Pull this tray out a little bit and you will have access to the switch, which is located underneath there. There's two of them there. Okay, and then you should be able to pull out the machine just past this. Like for my machine, I was able to pull out the machine just enough so I could remove the switch. And then after you remove the switch, then you will be able to press on the tab, which holds that wire right there. And then it should come off. Then you could test out the switch to make sure that it is the switch that is the problem and not the control board, or vice versa. Oh, in my case, the switch was good, but the control panel finally failed. But I purchased a new one anyway because I thought it was that. But I found out later, after I installed the new one, I tested out the old one and found out that the old one still works. It's a bit of a challenge trying to put the control board back, but make sure this wire right here is out of the way, because this part right here have to move all the way to the back. And then this wire right here runs through this two slots right over here. And then that white wire connects right here. And then that brown, dark brown connector connects right over here. And then this connects underneath, and this wire here connects right there. It's really, you can't mess this up. I mean, it only goes into one connector of each of the perspective connectors. Okay, finally got it connected. The hardest one, or the toughest one, is that brown wire or connector right over here, because whomever designed this machine made it to where it's perfectly about perfect length. There's no extra inch or a couple of inches of wire that would make your installation any easier. So, but this piece of metal right here, you could push up a little bit to help you, but other than that, wires is perfect. It's in perfect length. So you would find this connector a little bit of a challenge, but be patient with it and you will be able to connect it. Okay, now that all the wires connected, this one's the last one. Let's go and install this thing. Okay, as far as I can remember, the screws with the grommet goes right there, and also right there, right here. Now the top screw is kind of hard to get to, so I'm using this ratchet with, I believe this is 1/4 socket. It is 1/4 socket. And also this right here is 1/4 as well. Now don't put too much force onto this because it's just one of those metal screws. But that is secured. And then the bottom screw is for the for this panel right here, which is the cover. We could install this connector right here, and then right here the power connector that connects right there. Now I can replace the metal bracket, which is, or metal cover, which is right here to there, with a metal screw right here. So the metal cover is installed, held by a one screw right there. There's a little tab that you have to slide into the slot over here in the back. But if you get yourself one of these, like a screwdriver type tool, it'll be a lot easier for you to install that. Now I'm gonna have to install the cover. Okay, so the panel is back on, it's installed, and that's it. It is put back together. I hope this helps somebody out there. Have a good one.